Hi everyone, welcome back to our second episode of Baking with Marina Claire Holiday Edition. Today we are going to be making a Yule log cake, or a Buche De Noel, however you want to call it. But this is a super fun cake. It's a little tricky to do. It's going to involve rolling up the cake, unrolling it, and praying it doesn't crack. But we are here, we are going to believe in ourselves, and we are going to rock this. So I'm gonna get started. I have all my ingredients for the cake out here. Our first step is going to be whipping our egg whites up. So I have 4 eggs that I separated into the whites and the yolks. So we're gonna just take the egg whites and pour them right in here. I have my electric mixer. You can use a stand mixer with the whisk attachment for this, but I'm just gonna go in here and we're going to be whipping these to soft peaks. We don't wanna over whip this right now. We're just looking for soft. We're not looking for the meringue stiff peaks. So I'm gonna go ahead and whip these up. Okay, so that's about what we're looking for here. These nice soft peaks that just droop right when I take that out of there. So these are done for now. We're just gonna set them aside. And I've got another bowl here. Make sure this bowl is large because this is gonna be what you're putting everything into in the end. So I've got my 4 egg yolks here. And I have half a cup of sugar as well. And so I'm just gonna take these with a whisk and we're going to whisk these up until it's a nice pale yellow color. Just to combine. So that's a good color there. I'm gonna put that to the side here and get one more little bowl. And we're gonna sift our dry ingredients into here. So I have my sifter and we're going to do a 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder right in there. And now I have 1/3 cup of cake flour as well. We're gonna sift into there. Just straight into there, I'm going to do half a teaspoon of instant espresso and a full teaspoon of baking powder. I forgot, we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt to our dry ingredients there. Okay, so we've got our dry ingredients, and right now we're going to put that into our egg yolk mixture. And start mixing that up together with our whisk. So this is going to be very thick. It's going to be kind of hard to mix, but try your best to get all the dry ingredients incorporated in there. And then we are going to add our egg whites. I have my egg whites here. Here is the very tricky part. We whipped all the air into these egg whites, so we don't want to beat it super hard when we are mixing it with our cocoa mixture. We want to very gently fold it together so we don't lose any air, so we can get that good texture that we want. So I'm gonna do about half of my egg whites here. I'm gonna gently fold those together, trying not to lose any of our air with a spatula. Now we're gonna add our other half. Fold this one in very, very gently. All right, and just about here, our cake batter is right about there. I don't want to mix it up too much. I've got a nice little baking sheet here, and this is lined with parchment paper. This is what our cake is going to bake in. So I'm going to carefully now pour the batter right onto this pan. I take my spatula, I'm going to very gently spread it out.
I don't know, you better stop!
This is too big. Okay, so basically, here's what happened. Here's where we're at. I definitely thought this was going to be enough to fill this entire pan because the recipe that I'm following said it would. For whatever reason, it didn't. So we've just got a fun little circular shape, which I'm going to still try to do anyway for funsies. And I'm gonna work a little quickly now. So I have a clean dish towel that I sprinkled with powdered sugar, And we are going to flip this cake right on top of that. So, very careful. Okay, work. That kind of did something. We're gonna peel off the parchment paper, hopefully. Have a nice cake-ish idea. Ooh, I don't know. Oh no. No. Oh no.
I'm fucking fuming!
Okay, well, you know, we can't all be winners, so while it's still warm and like actively steaming, it's gonna be cake. I don't know if it's gonna look good. It might taste good. So I'm just going to start rolling this up very carefully. There's already like full-on holes in here. So, but you want to roll the cake while it's warm so that it stays in that shape and will be nice and cool. Okay, well, there's where we're at. So we're gonna let that cool. But in the meantime, we're gonna make the filling that's gonna be significantly better. I hope to God. So in the meantime, we are going to be making a peppermint flavored whipped cream for the middle. So I have a little bowl here and I'm going to do 1 cup of heavy whipping cream in here. I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. Right, and then we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm also going to do 1/2 teaspoon. I have peppermint coffee syrup. You could probably use peppermint extract if you wanted to, but it is really strong. Keep that in mind. So maybe like 1/4 teaspoon or less in there. 1/2 teaspoon of the peppermint syrup. And now we're just going to whip that up with our electric mixer. Alright, so that's about what I want. So in the meantime, I'm going to stick this in the fridge because you want to keep your whipped cream very cold. And I'm going to check on the cake, and if it's not cooling down to what I need it to be, then I'm going to stick it in the fridge to cool, and I'll see you in a minute. I let these both sit in the fridge for a few minutes. We're going to unroll our cake and spread our filling in there. And I pray to God it's not too fucked up. Not too bad, about the same. So I'm gonna take my whipped cream now, and we're gonna spread that out right in the middle. Okay, we've got this now. I'm going to roll it back up, just the cake part, very, very carefully. I'm gonna pray it doesn't break. Hold on. Whew. Uh-oh. Oh no, no. Oh no. I've already run into some issues. Oh no. Oh no. That's kind of it. Wow. We have some cracks. We have some issues. We have a little spillage. That's okay. That's about as good as I can ask for right now. So we're gonna transfer this and we're gonna decorate her a little bit. Okay, here we are. I did a little bit of editing so you can kind of see the swirl. What I'm gonna do now, I was gonna sprinkle some extra powdered sugar over the top, but I don't think it needs it. So I am just going to put a little bit of whipped cream right on the top here. And you can do frosting, people do marzipan, you can do whatever you want. You can go ham with decoration, really. This is as good as it's gonna get for me today because this has tested my patience. So there's that. Kind of go with the peppermint theme. I have a little bit of crushed up candy cane. And I'm going to sprinkle on the top here. Okay. And there we have it. We're gonna make a quick location change and I'll be right back. Why, hello. Welcome back to my Christmas tree. We are here. We did this together. That's all I can say. I've got a nice little slice of my Yule log cake here. You know, sometimes it's about the journey. Sometimes it's about the taste. So I'm going to give this a taste. She's not the prettiest girl at the pageant, but you know, at least maybe she has some taste. So let's find out. Oh wow. Okay. Yes. This tastes so good. Let's talk about it. So the cake has a lovely, lovely sponge texture, which I think my issue was I didn't have enough quantity of the cake batter. I think if I had a smaller pan, it would have been a nice even thickness, and this would have been good. But she still tastes good. The texture is still good, and the whipped cream is delightful. It's got a good texture. It's got a nice, pretty subtle mint flavor, honestly. And it was very quick. It's very quick to make. I've only been down here not very long. The cake itself only took 6.5 minutes to bake. I think the most time-consuming part is letting it cool down and making sure it gets rolled up nicely. So we're gonna have another bite. Because it is just that good. The chocolate and the peppermint flavor together, amazing. Classic, classic holiday flavor. Maybe don't follow my instructions, but I surely encourage you to try making a Yule log cake. It's really, really fun. I've done it successfully before. I don't know why I can't be doing it right now, but it's very impressive, but very, very simple. You are going to have a good time. You can be very versatile with it. It's very fun. So I encourage you to try that. We have one more episode left of this holiday series, and it's going to be a big one. So, you know, strap in, subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and we're gonna get through this. The holidays aren't the easiest, but you know, we can sure try to make some cake.